Hello students, welcome back to our math for PSC, and at this time we're going to cover the mean, which is the average, the median, which is the middle number, and the mode, which is the most occurring number. So there are three different things that we're going to do today, and we're going to do each one step by step, starting with the mean, which is the average. Let's say, for instance, we have a student that took several tests. On the first test, the student got 100, the second one 90, the third 50, the fourth test 100, and the fifth test the student got 60. So in order for us to find the mean, which is the average, there are two steps that you're going to do always in order for you to find the mean or the average. The first step is add up all the numbers together, and the second step you're going to divide it by the amount of tests that the students took in this case. And in this case it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the students took 5 tests. So two step, remember, in order for us to find the mean. So we'll do step 1, 100 plus, let's put the next 100, then 90, then 60, then 50. And when we add all these up, we're supposed to get 400 points. Then we add 9 plus 110 and 515 and 520. Bring down the 0, carry the 2, 2, 3, 4. And when we add up the 5 different scores of different tests, we got 400. Then the second step is to divide. So we're going to divide that 400 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, by the 5 tests that the students took. So 5 cannot go into 4, but 5 could go into 40 perfectly 8 times. And 8 times 5 is 40, and we just left with 0. Use up all our numbers, so we carry up the 0. So the students overall pass with 80% average. Again, remember, for this first step we're finding the mean, which is the average, and we have 5 different test scores. We have 100, 90, 50, 100, 60. And how did we get this 400? We add up the 5 different scores from the different tests that the students took, and that gave us 400 points. And the second step, you divide that 400 by 5 because it's 5 different tests. 5 into 400, we get 80%. So the students got 80% as their mean or average. Okay, welcome back students. We continue with step 2. And step 2, we're going to find this time the median. Simply mean that you're looking for the middle number. And the rule to find the median, there are 2 different ways you could do it. We found the mean, now we're going to find the median, which is the middle number. And we're going to use the same set of number that we previously used. And on the test, the person got 100, 90, 50, 100, and 60. And in the median, you're simply looking for the middle number. So we could simply say, yes, at 50 is in the middle. But we cannot just jump to that conclusion. Why? Because there's a rule in finding the median. The first step you have to do is to arrange your number or your numbers from biggest to smallest. So that's the first step you want to do. It's not just look at your set of numbers and find the middle number. No. So let's do the first step. We arrange our numbers from biggest to smallest. So 50 is the smallest, followed by 60, then 90, then 100, and 100. Okay, so now we could find our median of this set of odd numbers. Why odd? Because it's 5 numbers. And after we arrange our numbers from smallest to biggest, you just identify your middle number, and we know that 90 is in the middle, so 90 is your median. So remember, whenever you're finding the median, you're going to arrange your numbers from smallest to biggest. And after you arrange your numbers from smallest to biggest, we know now that our median is 90. All right, so let's do another example of even numbers. So we'll use this same set of numbers and we'll just add one more. Let's say you have 100, 90, 50, 100, 60, and 70. So remember, now if you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 scores. And remember that we're finding the median, which is the middle number. But there is no way we could get one number, so we have to follow the rule. Let's go step by step into finding the median of a set of even numbers. So the first thing you want to do, follow the rule. The rule says to arrange your numbers from biggest to smallest, so 50, 60, 70, 90, 100, 100. So now we want to find the middle number. But because it's 6 numbers, there's no way we could find just one number in the middle. So we're going to underline the 2 middle numbers. So the first thing you have to do is add both numbers together, and then you're going to divide it by 2. Then we'll get one number as our median. So remember, to find our median, when it comes to a set of even numbers, you locate the 2 middle numbers, and after locating the 2 middle numbers, we'll add them together. Then after we add them, we'll divide it by 2, and we'll get that one number as our median. So 90 plus 70 is 160. And the rule says after you add them, you will divide it by 2. So after we divide this 160 by 2, that will be our median. And when we divide 160 by 2, that will give us 80. So our median is 80. A quick review: whenever you're finding the median of a set of even numbers, the rule says to arrange your numbers from biggest to smallest. So in this case, we have 6 different numbers, and there's no way we could locate one middle number. So the rule is you will find the 2 middle numbers, and the rule says you add them together, the 2 middle number, and you divide it by 2. So when we add 70 plus 90, we got 160. And when we divide 160 by 2, we got 80. So our median is 80. Again, remember, the rule says that whenever you find the median of a set of even numbers, it means that you'll get 2 numbers in the middle. You add them and divide it by 2. 90 plus 70 is 160. And when we divide 160 by 2, we get 80 as our median. Recently, we found the mean, which is the average. Then we found the median, which is the middle number. And now we're going to find the mode. There's nothing special that you need to do to find the mode. If you can see up here, the mode is just the most. So you don't have to arrange your number in any order, add, minus, or anything like that. You just have to look at your set of numbers and see which number occurred the most. And in this sense, we have 2 sets of 100 and 1 set of the others. So our mode is equal to 100. So it's a number that occurred most. So if we would have say 5 sets of 50s, then our mode would have been 50. But in this case, we only have 150. But the most occurring number is 100. So our mode is 100. Let's do one more example of mode. Just let me put some random numbers on the board. Let's say you have 8, 9, 8, 6, 9, 8, 7, 4. So remember, in order for us to find a mode, we're just looking for the most occurring number. And here we have 1, 2, 3 sets of 8, 2, 9, 1, 6, 1, 7, and 1, 4. So of course, our mode is the most occurring number, which is 8. So our mode is 8. All right, once again, remember, the mode is just the number that occurred or come the most. Remember, you can subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, share with a friend,